Hi, friends. Again, happy Tuesday. Team Talk Tuesday. We're going to have a super fun night. We have a panel for you tonight. We're going to be talking about VIP groups. Tell me in the chat, do you run a VIP group for your customers? Oh, you guys have already been having all sorts of Miss Mary's birthday. Happy birthday. You guys are having all the conversations here. Um,
Thank
but
you.
you're welcome.
It
Uh,
was yes, it was yesterday.
The thing with I'm gonna cover my mouth so it doesn't look like I'm talking, but it's the one that is
You got
doing
your thing muted?
I think so.
oh, you're not talking to us.
Oh no, sorry.
That's okay. We're gonna have fun tonight. It's a good night. Okay, so we're going to do a panel of consultants who are running a VIP group tonight. And so I see that Amanda has a VIP group. Um, Tell us in the chat if you have a VIP group. And then, so we're going to do a panel. And so get your pen and paper because you're going to want to write down some ideas for tonight. I'll start with some announcements. I don't have a whole lot as far as announcements go. There is a new product in the news tab if you haven't checked that today. That's coming with the new catalog. New catalog starts on March 1st, which means on February 1st, we are starting transition month. Tell us in the chat, what transition is this going to be for you? What number? How many transition months have you gone through as a Cincy consultant? Is it going to be your first one? Have you done I think this is going to be my 25th or 26th transition month with Scentsy, and it's one of my favorite months. I also love, obviously, the first month of the catalog too. Anyway, so we'll be talking about that soon, transition month. So if it's your first one, don't worry. We're going to give you guys all the tips and tricks. I think that if we don't count today, there's 3 full days left in the month. Is that right? I'm checking my calendar to make sure. Yes. So tomorrow and 2 days after that. So we have 3 full days. And tonight, last call to earn your level of the incentive. Shout yourself out in the chat if you have or will be earning in the next 3 days a level of the incentive. Don't be shy. Toot your own horn. We want to celebrate you. It is the last 3 days of Bring Back My Bar. So make sure that you're really working the Bring Back My Bar to try to get people into Cincy Club. If you aren't super familiar with Cincy Club, there's some trainings on YouTube and there's trainings in the training center on the workstation. If this is your first go round with trying to get people into club. And then there's a list of things you can check the news tab, but I think it's worth mentioning that some of the Harry Potter stuff is going away in the next 3 days. So I think if you have people who've purchased Harry Potter from you in the past, it's a good idea to reach out to them and remind them if they didn't already grab that sorting hat warmer. I mean, that would be a good sale for you. Caitlin's earning level 1. Noemi, did I say it right? Yes, I thought so. Level 3, which is amazing. Ashley, level 1. Courtney, level 4. Amy, level 1. Natasha, level 5. Let's go. Actually, it's Lego. I don't say it. I'm not that cool, but in my head, I can hear it really cool. Okay, April's level 3, Regina. Okay, first transition month. Super amazing. You guys are so good. Like dance party for all the people. You guys aren't having a dance party. Okay, so let's talk about none of you must have VIP groups. Okay, so let's just talk really quickly why we would even talk about a VIP group. Well, because this month we were kind of focusing on customer service for Team Talk Tuesday. Don't forget to mute yourself, guys. Customer service, and I think we all watched a training a few weeks ago, like right before Christmas. Remind me her name in the chat. I mean, what, Noemi? What? You can even come off mute. What was her name? Was it Dawn? Was it Dawn Cameron? Yes? Okay. So we all watched a training from Dawn Cameron and so we're going to talk a little bit about that. And I think some people were inspired to go and restart a VIP page. But so how do you communicate with your customers, right? You can text message them, you can email them, you can post on social media, but a really easy and fast way to get information to the masses as far as customer bases go is through a VIP page, okay? And you'll hear some consultants say that their VIP page is the bread and butter of their business, right? They're doing all sorts of things, and I'm not going to like really jump into it because I think this panel tonight is going to kind of speak for itself. But like I said, I'm going to call on Noemi and have her come on and talk to us because she had said after listening to a Team Talk Tuesday, and I think everybody on here had access to that, listening to someone else talk about the success that they've had from their VIP page. She's going to tell us a little bit about, like, in a nutshell, what she said, her tips and tricks, and what inspired her to pick up a VIP page. And then we have some questions. And then as we go on, you guys can ask questions too. Just type them in the chat. So I'm going to like throw it right over to you if that's okay.
Ew. Okay, so um I when I first started, I did get a VIP group, and then as I was also building my business, I just felt like trying to do both on each side was too much. So I did put aside my VIP group. It was like in a pause mode. But after hearing Dawn talking about the things she was doing and how she consistently did it, even though as she started out, it wasn't the greatest, but how she had to work to where she got to the point where her customers knew what was coming and knew what to expect. I feel like that inspired me to also work on my consistency because I am a big procrastinator. That's something that I'm working on. So I felt like I wanted a place where I could connect with my customers solely based on that relationship that we built based on Sensi and myself, but because that brings that relationship with that person, but that also allows me to connect with them personally because in my VIP group I share things that I don't necessarily share on my business page, or I'll share it there with them first and then like the next day or day after. So it's almost like a VIP page group. I also ask, like, I reach out to them. um, I just want to make it like a more personable, almost like we're at a coffee shop and we're all just like chit-chatting, talking about things. So it's not just purely sensey. I just feel like I wanted to give it another chance. And I learning from Dawn, like the things that she was doing, the consistent things that she was making sure to do every single week. I wanted to try it again because I felt like just like with parties, sometimes it just takes doing things different ways or trying again will help, and it will eventually be another avenue, just like, Project Broadcast Text, where I just post and then people will know what to expect and where to go.
I love that. So, I feel like, because I know exactly what you're talking about with that training, like I said, do you remember she threw out some pretty amazing stats, I feel like some of her results. Do you remember what it was that she said that really inspired you? Like, was it like one of the results she got from her VIP page?
Um, so I don't remember exactly the results, but that was actually those stats that she was giving. It was like, I get that she took a while to get to where she's at, but if I could eventually get there and it be something in my business that I'm just in the habit of and it's working for me and it's paying me back, it was worth it to give it another try. But yeah, it was, I mean, she had like 5,000 something or another PRV, and it was in November, and she had already reached level 5, and she had stated that a lot of her parties come from there, a lot of her customers order from there, and I was like, I'm sorry. And she had just had surgery. So it was just like, what? Like, I want to do that. Like, so definitely that was like one of the points where I was like, okay.
Yes. And in case you guys didn't catch what she said, I believe she said it took her almost 2 years of
Hmm.
consistently running this VIP page that kind of felt like it was going like at a, I'm putting words in her mouth, like a turtle's pace, right? Like it was just growing
Hmm.
super slow
Yes,
and she stayed consistent. Okay, well, thank you. So now we're
of
going to go
course.
on. I have a few questions for just to let you guys know who's on our panel tonight. It's Kimberly, Noemi, Natasha, Carola, and April. So thank you for helping us out tonight. Um, and you ladies, like I said, you can answer all the questions. We'll do one obviously at a time, and then or if a couple sticks out to you, you can answer those as well. And then if you guys end up having questions as this goes along, just type them in the chat and we'll try to get them answered for you. Yeah, thank you, Amy. So that training that we keep referencing was on November 12th. Um, so you can go back and find it on YouTube because I know that we both posted it on YouTube. Okay, so my first question for the ladies on our panel is, in your VIP group, what type of results do you get from your VIP page for your Scentsy business? What kind of results do you get? And I guess what we'll do is if you just raise your hand, like I know there's a little virtual raise your hand, or if you just raise your hand and I can see you, um, or just come off mute. Whoever wants to go first.
April here. Can you hear me?
Yes, thank you.
Um, if it weren't for my VIP group, I would not get near the PRV that I get every month. My VIP group is off the chain. My customers, I've always had a VIP group. It actually started as my launch party and
Yeah.
it just grew from there. And that's where like 90% of my PRV comes from my VIP group.
Okay, so we're gonna need to hear more about that probably with some of these other questions. Are you holding a monkey?
I am. This is their time. At 8 o'clock, I come in here. So everybody on Karen's team are
Yeah.
very familiar.
Can
This
I
is
see?
Peony.
Okay, y'all. What's its name?
Peony, like the flower.
Hi.
Peony Grace. She's very, very, very used to the Zooms. She loves to watch you guys talk.
I love that. Thanks for sharing. Okay, so 90% of her PRV is coming from her VIP page. Which one of my other panelists can tell me what kind of results um, are you getting just real quick from your VIP page?
I have some of the same results. A lot of my PRV is coming from my um, VIP page. People, I try to do interactive posts so that people are kind of seeing me, and then I post Scentsy. So there, I sold two wax bundles today from a post that I made, um, and usually I've had a few join from my VIP group here and there, or I'll post about the opportunity and they'll ask some questions.
I love that. Okay, so we see a trend here. There's PRV. So I'm going to move on. Um, so what's something that you guys do in your VIP group that your customers love? And maybe it's something, I mean, it doesn't have to be, but maybe it's something that's getting you PRV. But what's something that's a big hit in your VIP group that your customers like?
My customers like that I treat them at like a VIP, like it truly is a VIP group. Like for instance, the latest thing that I posted was that I earned the level 3 of the incentive and that my flight was paid for. I posted that in my VIP group first because, in my opinion, they're the ones that got me there, other than my team, obviously. But I posted it there first because I wanted to let them know first, and I didn't post it on my regular page until the next day. If I tell them I'm going to give you first dibs, first knowledge, you'll know first, then I follow through with that. I let them know first.
I love that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anybody else? Something your customers love that you do in your VIP page?
I have
Awesome.
been doing interactives and I do a giveaway, but I don't always give away Scentsy. So like this is my January and I will pick whoever was it's a cup. but and it just has snowflakes on it. But I try not to always make it about Cincy, just so that they know I appreciate them. Thank you. Here's a little something. Um, but whoever is the most active in the group for the month is the winner. And usually I'll pick three, and the other two may end up with like a scent circle or something like that.
Yeah. So what did you say what they have to do to get entered?
I don't tell them because I don't want you in my group to win.
Yeah.
So I post interactive posts every day. Usually I get them from the What Did You Share page. And so that keeps them commenting, engaging, liking. But I never say the person that does this the most wins. Like,
Yeah.
so at the end of the month, they know whoever interacts the most is the person that takes it because I always post that, but I don't tell them January 1, this is what we're doing for you to be the person that wins because sometimes I feel like they're only there to win. And I want you to be there to have fun and grow community.
Yeah. I love that. Thank you. All right. Who else has something fun that customers love?
I will go off of what she said and agree with her completely because I just recently stopped doing an interaction post that was doing every day because I felt like I was getting taken advantage of. I went into it really deep though, like I was telling them if they comment on if they interact with the post, answer the question or whatever every day, each day that's an entry into the drawing, which was just causing me a ridiculous amount of work at the end of the month. But what I got to noticing is I had plenty in there, but they were, and my customers that are amazing customers that order every month were also interacting, but I had a lot interacting that had not even maybe ordered from me once a couple of years ago, and but then it was too much. So we're kind of in the middle of, or we're kind of in between what I'm going to do next. I really, really love her idea. Thank you for sharing that. And I agree with her. My customers in there, they love interaction. Like if I post something that has a question or their opinion on something, everybody is interacting. So yeah.
Yes, I love that. Um, if you guys didn't know, that's how the algorithm works. Anytime you can post something that requires an answer of any kind, even if the answer is an emoji, it boosts the algorithm of that particular post and it makes your post pop up in their feed when they're scrolling versus having to actually like go click on your VIP page to see it. So, what, okay, I don't want to step on anybody's toes, but I have one. But who else has something that customers love? Okay, I'm gonna go. Collecting pre-orders, especially when it's like the harvest and holiday collection, that is like one of my very favorite things about VIP pages. Whenever it's like something fun or a super good warmer of the month, um, that's super fun, I think. Okay, and if you guys end up having an answer and you want us to come back to it, we can. Okay, so what helps you stay consistent with posting, and how often do you post in your VIP page?
Post every day, 2, 3 times a day, depending on what's going on. But I post something at least 2 or 3 times every day.
Okay, love
And
that.
I do the interactive post as well. I just don't give a prize like Tasha does.
Yeah,
I post daily as well. I've been posting at 8:30, 12:30, and between 5:30 and 6:30. Um, I noticed that my 12:30 post, my interactive post is my first post of the morning. So my 12:30 post gets a little more traction because they have already been interacting, engaging. And even if they're on an interactive post from 4 days ago, it's still popping up and they're seeing it.
yep, yes. Love that. And another tip for your algorithm, because, I like to talk about social media, is when you post something that a customer, this is on your VIP page or your personal page, and people are commenting, comment back. Don't just like their answer, comment back on their answer because it boosts the algorithm of your VIP page. If you've ever, if you have a VIP page and people weren't seeing what you're posting in there, start doubling down on interactive post where people have to answer and comment under their answer and it will build it back up. It'll boost that algorithm back up. Okay, so yep. Was somebody going to go? I think I talked. So we're asking what helps you stay consistent and how often are you posting in your VIP page?
Oh, and scheduling my post helps me stay consistent because,
Yeah, that's a good
listen,
one.
I've got too many jobs.
Yeah. So if you guys didn't know, whenever you have a group on Facebook, you can just use Facebook to schedule your post. Good tip.
If you convert your personal Facebook over to a business page, you can also schedule it on your personal Facebook.
Okay.
I learned that. And even I think Instagram is starting to do it now too.
Yes, you can schedule posts on Instagram. I love that. Okay, so I'm going to throw in a random question here. And if you guys have, I see some questions and we'll get to them in just a second. Thanks for asking. So for those of you who are saying you're posting 3 times a day and you're posting a lot of interactive posts, and I know that somebody said they're getting from the What Did You Share page, but not everybody has access to that page. So where else are you getting ideas for what to post that anyone can
Pinterest.
say it again?
Pinterest.
Pinterest. Okay, so what do you search on Pinterest?
So I'll just look up interactive Facebook posts. And then the more you start finding posts that you like or the types, it's like an algorithm. Pinterest will start feeding you stuff to like what to post on different days. So like the more you go in and get particular, and then the more you look up like Scentsy stuff, it'll also start showing you more Scentsy like products, interactive stuff, like just like Facebook or whatever, that algorithm reads what you're looking for, and you'll start finding more and more things. Like I find a lot of my real life pictures on Pinterest because people upload them. So that's where I find a lot of them. But those interactive posts are on there too.
Yes. Okay. I have a trick for you too. So if you're looking for a real life picture of any image, I'm sure many of you already do this, but it's similar to what she just said. But if you go on Facebook, like just the home page of Facebook, there's a search bar, type in the name of the product that you want. It'll pull up a search and then narrow it down to posts. So search the product, click post, and hundreds of Scentsy consultants posts will pop up. Like today I did it because I needed a really good bring back my bar picture and I wanted something different. You can type in fragrance flower. You can type in a specific warmer and it will give you hundreds of consultants posts. But the trick is you have to click that tab posts. So if you didn't know that, that's also very helpful. So is there anywhere else besides Pinterest that you're getting ideas? I feel like that's a good one, a big one.
So not specifically interactive, but well, it could be. But we have a whole catalog, and people sometimes forget that.
Yes.
I forgot that for quite some time,
Mhm.
because we do have a lot of LTOs, but we also have a whole catalog that you can share. So I have been focusing on sharing some of the catalog warmers, and I have sold several just because people didn't know they were there. And I'm like, I gave you a catalog, but that's irrelevant. It wasn't in their face.
Yeah.
So the Angel Wings warmer, that's been the large one's been in the catalog for a little bit now. I've sold several of those because the little cute glisten, people didn't realize they were there. So I share those. And even if I don't say, do you need one? I'm like, how beautiful is this? Where would you put this in your room? Just so that they respond.
Yeah.
Or where would you put this in your home?
Yeah. You could do like a warmer of the day Or something I like doing in my Facebook parties, and this would work on a VIP page too, is I take real life warmer pictures, so some people have been posting real life warmer pictures recently, but they're like with their Valentine decor. Um, and just call it a lookbook, like your lunchtime lookbook. So like if you're posting at 8 a.m. lunchtime and dinner, your lunchtime lookbook, right? That's what I do on my Facebook party, to show real life pictures. Okay. Um, so lots of ideas for you on Pinterest if you get stuck. And the interactive posts, at least once a day, are probably a huge help for keeping your algorithm boosted so people are seeing what you're posting. So my last official question that you guys knew about is if you were going to give a tip to someone that really keeps the VIP page going. We've had a couple of really good ones, like scheduling the post, using Pinterest. Is there anything that we left out? Any tip that you could share that really keeps your VIP page going?
I think I was what Amanda just said is doing different like themes of the day. That way they know like what to expect. Like Dawn, for instance, for Baby Friday was every Friday. So her customers knew that they got to share their pictures of their animals that day. So one time or a few times she forgot to post it and somebody called her out on it and was like, "Hey, are you going to post it?" Because pretty much wanted to share their photo. But stuff like that where people get to show things that they love and who doesn't love for babies. So that's something that you can bring up or look. And like I said, Pinterest, doing things like interactive posts for Tuesday, Thursday, stuff like that will give you ideas.
Yeah. I hope you guys wrote that down. So even if you're not a Fur Baby Friday kind of person, so like immediately my brain goes to, okay, how could I make this me? So for me, I would probably come up with something coffee related, like show me your coffee, early in the morning. Or I do in my real life, I think I've told you guys this already, field trip Friday, and that would be really fun. Like show me where you are today, right? Field trip Friday, show me where you're at for lunch, or show me where you're at today. What are you doing? That kind of thing. So all these ideas, if you're like, that one's not going to work for me, but how could you make it work for you, right? How could you fit it into your personality and who you are as a person? Um, okay, so I feel like, does anybody see the questions, want to like read a question out? Because I feel like you probably have been reading. Okay. Is this your VIP page and personal page, or does this work for a business page too? Um, does anybody want to answer that? So they're asking if this is a group that we're talking about or a business page. Does somebody want to
So
answer?
VIPs are typically groups,
Yep.
but some people also are active like that on their business page. I don't know of a lot, but I did want to ask Amanda about her Friend Friday. Um, how do you do that? Like what exact? Because I've thought of doing something like that, but I don't know, like, is it like invite people to my VIP group friends or what do you mean by that?
Exactly that. I'm trying to actually go back into my post. On Fridays, I was doing, basically opening the doors to the VIP page and allowing people to invite their friends that they think would be interested in either the opportunity or in Scentsy products, period. It's right out there, like we always say, trying to meet new people and so I do that every Friday. And so I also reach out to my friends and I'll invite new customers too to my VIP page. So, and I will, share that with them.
I love that. Okay, so this is a good one too. Cassie says to use the product training guide to just make posts, and someone says those are good for Tip Tuesday. Love that. So that's a good one. So the themes, right? So what are the themes? So we have Fur Baby Friday, Tip Tuesday, like a Wax Wednesday,
Cincy Saturday.
Cincy Saturday. You could do we used to do this on our team page. We need to bring it back. I loved it. Well, because now we have hashtag how I'm working, but we used to do share it Saturday, but you could do that on a VIP page too. But
I saw Thrifty Thursday too to post something from the clearance section.
ooh, that's a good idea.
And then for Saturday too, you could do six pack Saturday.
Yeah.
I've seen that one and I'm always like, what's in it?
Okay, so this is a squirrel. I squirrel a lot, but I've done this a few times, and I think it was at SFR, or I think it was SFR. Somebody picks out a picture, makes an image of six packs. So this would work on a VIP page also, but you can also take your Saturday six pack and text it to your customers. And she puts two and says, can I get you this one or this one? Or I'm placing an order for Saturday. And she calls it Saturday six pack. And I've done it a few times and I did get people to order. I use Project Broadcast, but so sometimes you can turn your VIP page posts into text messages to get yourself additional PRV.
The good part about the six pack Saturday too is that you can already do it as an order and then just send them the link of the order that you already did
Yeah.
of the six pack.
Yep. I email that sometimes. I will tell them, okay, in the email, it's just a picture of six bars. And I will say in the email, I love email marketing also. Okay, you're going to love these 6 scents that I chose for you. Here's the link. Click it and it checks, they're in the cart waiting for you. And people, that works also. So yes, you're right. That does work. And you could text that also. You could do it in your VIP page. Scentsy snapshot for in-person pictures. Oh yeah, so that's on our website, right? That's a good idea.
So just something I want to throw out there real quick is a lot of times we forget about our accessories, and I will randomly sometimes post accessories because my VIP group grows. And a lot of people have no idea we have colored bulbs. They have no idea that we have warmer stands and the cotton cleanups. I posted the warmer stands this morning and I sold two.
Oh wow. What about and I'm making this up, but what about like a do-it-yourself day? And then you post something from like the Target dollar spot, or recently did you see people posting or sharing that wooden tray from the Dollar Tree that had like the little things around it and they had a fragrance flower and a hand soap? You could turn that into a reel for Facebook or Instagram as well. You could go live and do it yourself day. Okay.
One thing that I love to post is the fragrance flower Sharpie method. I love to post that because that's like a complete do it yourself like
Yeah.
thing that even your kids can do.
Yeah. And that could even be like, a scheduled post, like every few hours, like every 3 hours or something like that. I don't know exactly how long it takes.
I've
And
also I've also done the Lilo and Stitch fragrance flowers, and I've done like every couple of hours on how that looks as well. And I just absolutely love to do the fragrance flowers.
yeah, that is a really good idea. Customer spotlights, asking customers to show you your top favorite product or something on the top of their wish list, and you share it. That's a really good idea. I feel like there's so many good ones. Um, what do you tell people at the start of the month as the criteria for the drawing? She covered that part. Am I missing any questions, guys? Okay. Thank you. Does anybody have any questions before we close out our panel? And then we can have some I always refer to it as like the win of the week or asking a question. It's like the hotel lobby at any Scentsy home office event. You go there, you have to show up in person. So if you're watching the recording, I'm going to end the recording and then we're going to talk about what we're working on and you're going to miss out. So you have to show up every Tuesday. Okay. Any questions? I think we covered it. I mean, I hope, do you guys have like a full page of ideas for your VIP page? Yeah, I see it. I like it. You can also take, Oops, what's that? Nobody? Sometimes did you guys hear that? Did it feel like somebody was talking? Okay. I'm like, they probably think I'm crazy. Okay. So you can take these ideas and use them in your stories as well. Like what you post on your VIP page can go in your stories. I sell in my stories all the time. Hundreds of PRV comes from social stories. Um, just gonna throw that out there. So,
Oh, wait, can I add something real quick? Because you just reminded me of something.
yeah.
So with that, in stories, you know how you can see who is seeing your stories. So I know in my VIP group, I can see who is seeing posts. And it'll be like 96 people saw your post, but like I have like 3 likes or like no comments. If that's something that you can see in your group, definitely use that to your advantage by looking at those people and just messaging in them and telling them thank you for being in my VIP group. Next time you see something that you like, make sure to heart it, like it, comment, or whatever, because it'll help get that post seen. Like just asking them for that like tiny favor will definitely they'll that's a favor that their friend is asking them, and 9 times out of 10 they'll do it. Um, but just with stories, that's what I'm saying. Like if you're posting in stories and you're seeing people that see certain things over and over, but they're never messaging you, sometimes it may just help just to reach out and let them know, like, hey, just checking in, like nothing like business, like just kind of showing face. And then what that does with your algorithm is that shows your posts to them more often because Facebook sees that you're being social with that person.
Yeah. I love that. And a lot of people don't realize when you see somebody's constantly looking at your stuff, that makes them part of your warm market. Like they're giving you permission to have a conversation with them. Another idea I had while you were talking is to do snap tag and share. So I have stickers that I made a long time ago that say snap tag share, but you could also text message them and you could turn it into a habit. So whenever your customers get their orders, they know to take a picture and put it in your VIP group or tag you in stories or whatever, wherever they're hanging out, right? And that's fun too, to get other people, your customers, posting in your VIP page. Like it's not just for you, it's for them too, if you're okay with that. Okay. This was amazing. Thank you so much to everyone who shared all of your amazing info tonight and helped out. We will see you here next Tuesday. I'm going to end the recording, but if you're here in person, stay.